Hello, everybody. Good afternoon, good morning, good evening. Wherever you are, we are in Japan for B1 League action. San NEOPHOENIX taking on RYUKYU Golden Kings. Central against the West, and a rematch of a game that was played yesterday, one that was won convincingly, surprisingly, perhaps, by RYUKYU Golden Kings. San NEOPHOENIX, one of the hottest teams all season, one of the best teams all season, find themselves losing and now on a two-game losing streak, which I don't think anybody anticipated right before the break, also coming back from the international break. So they'll hope to get right back on track today. Here are the standings. You look at the Central, San NEOPHOENIX still have the most wins of any team this season, and RYUKYU Golden Kings in the West, they are at 28-12, and RYUKYU Golden Kings had a spell that started right around December 20th, where they lost 6 of 9 games and things were not going well. But they seem to have shifted to a higher gear, and they came out yesterday and really put a hurting on this San NEOPHOENIX team. Just never really got it going, and ultimately won it convincingly, 107-88. So that was not what anybody expected. Vic Law coming out, pouring in 18 points. Yoshiyuki Matsuwaki, 18 points. Alan Durham had 13. 20 points for Keita Imamura, one of his best outings of the season. There's Matsuwaki. And Jack Cooley pouring in the points, grabbing the rebounds. It was all one-way traffic. San NEOPHOENIX, well, they got 21 points from Yante Maton, but nowhere near is good enough. So RYUKYU Golden Kings, their lineup today: Law, Durham, Uematsu, Arakawa, Kishimoto, Matsuwaki, Tashiro, Imamura, Onodera, Cooley, and Kirk. And never underestimate the impact of Alex Kirk as well. He is a terrific player. He's had some injuries this year, but it just goes to show the importance of depth. The starting five today will be Vic Law, Alan Durham, Kishimoto, Matsuwaki, and Kirk. So with Cooley and Kirk in that starting lineup, with when you look at the starting lineup and you've got Law, Durham, Kishimoto, Matsuwaki, and Kirk, you've got good shooting, great shooting, in fact. You've got good size with your bigs, Kirk and Durham, guys that really compete on the boards. But you also have a lot of good players coming off the bench. And it's interesting. We'll see how this goes for the rest of the season. If this is what Coach Okatani is going to do, he's going to bring all these big guns off the bench. So for San NEOPHOENIX, the Filipino international, 30 Ravena, Cody Clark, Aura Otayu, Asano, who's kind of coming into his own, the young man, 21 years of age, Dudzinski, very valuable off the bench, Sasaki, Hosokawa, and Yamauchi, valuable point guard, plays with a lot of fire, a lot of heart. You know, in this team, Clark and Dudzinski really have to deliver, and it looks like there's not going to be Yanti Maton today, which is a big blow. So already, San NEOPHOENIX, if that's the case, if Maton is not going to play, that puts them in a difficult spot. So San NEOPHOENIX had won 16 in a row before falling on February 11th, and they've lost 2 in a row now. So here are the game 1 stats again. 3 more 3 balls for RYUKYU Golden Kings. A lot more free throws. They're able to get to the line. They dominated the glass. 14 offensive rebounds. That is something that you really have to you have to look after. You have to look after the boards. So the fans getting a little video presentation here before the game. And we'll also talk about how RYUKYU Golden Kings had that difficult spell. They had the difficult spell. So you go back to December 20th. They lost to Nagasaki. Then they lost next time out, December 23rd, to Gunma Crane Thunders. There's the key man that we want to highlight today. Cody Clark on the left for San N and Alan Durham on the right. And you can look back over the course of the season and fully appreciate how important these guys are. Of course, with Durham, he's been here a very long time and long, successful career. And in the big moments, that's when he really steps up to play. More important, perhaps, than his skill, his talent, and his character is his experience. He has been through the battles, and that really does come to the fore. So, San N NEOPHOENIX, again, it's going to be 30 Ravenna. Here he is. He has to have a big game. He's had a great season. Cody Clark, without a doubt. You know, we highlighted him as a key man. Aura, the veteran guard. Dudzinski, who so often comes off the bench but is pressed into the starting lineup today. And Hosokawa needs to provide some firepower. And there is the head coach. You know, he's feeling the pressure from San N after yesterday. Coach Ono could be up for Coach of the Year honors. Remember, he's taken over a team that didn't even make the playoffs last season. And Okatani, whose team won the title last season, one that was dominated for pretty much the regular season by Chiba Jets. But then in that more important season, the postseason, his team reigned supreme. The referees for today's game also lining up and ready to go. All right, so let's look at the starting fives again for both teams. Clark, Hosokawa, Dudzinski, 30 Ravenna, and Oro on the left for San N NEOPHOENIX, Kishimoto, Matsuwaki, Durham, Kirk, and Law. The starting five for RYUKYU Golden Kings. Hello, everybody. Good afternoon, good evening, good morning. We're underway. Santa NEOPHOENIX hosting RYUKYU Golden Kings, the second game of the weekend. And Saturday coming off a real beatdown at home, something they haven't felt all season long. They were whipped yesterday. No Yanti Mason today, so that makes their task a little bit harder. Leaders of the Central going up against the best in the West and the defending champions in Kirk getting the SWAT. Alan Durham. I mean, this could be a real message weekend, delivering a message for RYUKYU Golden Kings if they could sweep San-In. But on the other hand, San-In can send a message and say, hey, listen, we can lose one of our big guns and we're going to be okay. Cody Clark drifts in, banks it in. Over and back. Hosokawa, that was him trying to get to the basket before Kirk, and Kirk just anticipated it very well. Law rebounds a miss. And the drive and the basket is good, and one coming for Durham. And he rattles in the free throw. So it's Durham with the first bucket for RYUKYU Golden Kings. We're going up against Kishimoto. 30 Ravena. Oh, look at the spin from 30. Tries to go off the glass, but it doesn't drop. But he took on Vic Law. Matsuwaki, he's a great shooter, but misses everything. Ora drifts in. Great shot. Sold out arena. Coming here hoping they can make the difference, and that's the other thing. Even if you have no Yante Maton, you're still at home, and it is a big opportunity for them to assert themselves, the fans. Kishimoto back outside to Durham. Long jumper for Alan Durham. Well, it's a good thing we highlighted this man. This is the Alan Durham show so far. It's Alan Durham 5, Santa NEOPHOENIX 4. Now the turnover, and guess who? It's Law, gets it to Matsuwaki. And Law drifts in and he makes it in the lane. And the jump shot is good. 30 Ravena stepping up to the plate, hitting the home run is 7-7. And it feels like every bucket right now is huge for San and NEOPHOENIX as they try to build some confidence. And that is great defense from Dudzinski competing with Kirk. And the other thing, they may not tell you, look at that. Great effort from Dudzinski. RYUKYU Golden Kings come into this game and they discover that Yanti Mathan is not playing. And you just wonder if that makes them relax just a little bit. I doubt it, but the thought does enter your mind. And the other thing is, you know, this is professional sports, so you have to be able to adjust on the fly. You have to accept there will be injuries. But there's no doubt about it. You can't take a player like Maton out of the lineup and not have it affect you. But look at Dudzinski. Wow. Makes a play on the defensive end and then comes down and knocks in a three-pointer. But the bench is going to be huge today. Everybody's got to contribute. That three, no good. Cody Clark with the rebound. This is when other players get to step up. And so far, everybody is stepping up for San. Clark guarded out of the perimeter by Durham. Here's Dudzinski from the right corner. And the former Holy Cross man sees it go off the rim, the top of the backboard, and stays out. But it's on the defensive end where I think it's imperative that San have to be excellent today. But again, like I said, the weapons coming off the bench, as Kurt goes out, the weapons coming off the bench today is just a stark contrast. When you see the likes of Jack Cooley coming in the game off the bench, eventually Imamura, you know, this is a huge test for the home team. Here's Durham to the corner. Kishimoto, good box out. Ota getting that rebound after coming right into the game, making a difference. And a moving screen on Dudzinski. That's a good call. He definitely was sliding a little bit. San bringing Sasaki into the game. Averaging almost 13 points a game. Durham turns, and Alan Durham has been carrying RYUKYU Golden Kings today, one day after their blowout win here over San and NEOPHOENIX. So the club, San did not make any type of announcement about Mathan not playing and about what he has, but we understand that it is some type of physical problem which has kept him out of the lineup. So Alan Durham takes the first free throw. Nobody steps up to the line. Now everybody else will come up. Alan Durham already with 6 points. Law has the other two. 5.5 minutes into the game. And he makes both. Look at that, 35 years old. But you know what they say? In 2024, 35 is the new 25. He looks young. He plays young. Sasaki, how about the aggressive play? Taking it right to Cooley. He went right past him, and then Matsuwaki went up to challenge. He left his man. So Cooley a little bit slow-footed with his reaction. And Yamauchi checks into the game, and this is when you expect him to be a big-time contributor. Yamauchi, no, Sasaki now comes up with the steal, and that's the kind of thing that Yamauchi will do as well. And Hosokawa misses. Kishimoto trapped in the backcourt, gets rid of it. And now Golden Kings push it quickly. Kishimoto not interested in shooting, gets it to Cooley, who scores with the left hand. Sasaki over to Yamauchi, feet set, a little bit long. Oh, and Hosokawa commits the foul. Well, they're going to see if this is an unsportsmanlike. Was he making a play on the ball? No. Did he trip him intentionally? Maybe. Well, they took their time and they reviewed it, and this is the consequence. Okatani gets the explanation. So Kishimoto indeed goes to the free throw line. Makes the first. So Kishimoto makes both free throws. They didn't get the unsportsmanlike, but at least he got to the line and tied it. So Kishimoto sits down. Arakawa in the game, number 10. Oh boy, telegraph pass. Ota's got to do better than that. You can't turn it over at mid-court. You can't telegraph those passes. Vic Law intercepts it and goes in for the pick six, as they like to say. 2 more points. And RYUKYU Golden Kings now on top. So if San NEOPHOENIX are careless with the ball like that, this game is going to end very quickly. You got to be smart. You got to be intelligent. Telegraphing passes like that. If they're overplaying you on defense, you got to cut to the basket. Let's see how they respond. Coming out of the timeout, and another turnover. This time the ball taken away by Onodera. Cooley gets it in the paint. Oro doesn't rebound it. Trying to tap it. Trying to bat it out to his teammate, Ota. Well, how about that for Arakawa? Sasaki. Well, Sasaki, that is a huge shot. Look out, Onodera tries to answer, and now a chance to go back in front. Well, Sasaki has been very important coming off the bench today. And the foul called on Arakawa. Oh boy, oh my goodness. Osakawa missing. It was like a layup drill, and the ball must have just slipped out of his hands. Cody Clark back in the game, and he hands it off. Alley-oop pass. RYUKYU back on top. And Clark, a little bit of contact. They're going to call the foul on Law. And backing his way down, Cody Clark working his way to the line. That is very good, smart, intelligent basketball. Has the mismatch. The double team comes. And he gets the benefit of the doubt from the referee, so he will go to the line. First one is good. Cody Clark makes both. "45 seconds to go in this first quarter. Cooley takes it. Little jump hook. Back and forth they go. 10-second differential game clock and shot clock. Cody Clark. Well, he got to the position where he wanted to be, but Law has good size, and instead of attacking him, he kind of like faded a little when he put up his shot. Will turn around. So another opportunity for the Golden Kings to stretch their lead. Oh, the ball almost goes into the backcourt. Law gets it, ends up with a very difficult shot. And that is how we finish. 21-20, Ryukyu Golden Kings on top of San and NEOPHOENIX. And Dio Katani complaining, thinking there's a foul, but I think it's going to be a tough, unrealistic expectation, I think, to get a foul called in that situation when your team is rushing up a three. So at the end of one, it's 21-20. Ryukyu Golden Kings on top of San and NEOPHOENIX. So second quarter action underway. Onodera misses, but can you believe the long rebound goes all the way out to him? And now Cooley with an offensive foul. So the long miss, and now the other way. And they get it down low, and look at big Jack Cooley this time. Not going to be denied. Catches it, keeps the ball up high, scores, and one coming for Cooley. So Dudzinski had his back to him, was kind of moving into him, and he's going to come out. And here's a key moment in the game. Ota coming back into the game. And Dudzinski, who they need for his offense, probably more than defense, I would think, has to go out of the game. Alex Kirk is in the game as well. And Cooley does indeed complete the three-point play. 2 fouls. In fact, that might be 3 fouls on Dudzinski. Try to update that. So 4-point lead now for the visitors. 30 Ravena likes to get his stuff driving to the basket. Hands it off to Clark. There's Clark. Goes in. Worrying moments here early in the second quarter for the home team. Again, without Yante Maton. We don't know why, but we understand it's a physical problem, and the bank shot is good. And now RYUKYU Golden Kings looking to get some separation, and Imamura, the star from yesterday, comes out. Gets his bucket. He had a team-high 20 points yesterday. Sasaki comes back in. They need his scoring. And now a chance to go up by 7. Sasaki rattles it in right off the bench. Well, you couldn't ask for anything more from him today. He has been utterly brilliant for San-In, considering the circumstances. Durham and Cody Clark not really putting his body on him. Sasaki quickly to the other end. This time turns it over. He's trying to get it to Oda, and I think oftentimes Oda's not fully aware when the passes are coming, and that is a 5-point swing as Imamura comes down and knocks down the 3. And you see Coach Ono asking why there's no foul at the other end on the drive by Sasaki, but I didn't see one. And this is the 3. I think he's appealing more in hope than in reality. And this is where you feel like RYUKYU Golden Kings know that psychologically they have gotten advantage against San-In, who are without Yante Maiden, and also the fact that they beat him so badly yesterday. And here's Ono saying, where's the foul on Sasaki driving? But you got to look at it. I mean, we'd have to see the replay. Maybe he's right, but he is driving in, jumping into the heart of the defense, and it looks like Dudzinski is going to come back into the game. So Dudzinski does have 2 fouls, not 3. He has 2. And you already feel like they're on the back foot, and they have to bring Dudzinski back in, especially with Yante Maton out. Now can San-In get some good minutes from you? He's only played 39 seconds. Haven't seen Asano come into the game yet. Yamauchi. Certainly a candidate to make some plays. Here's you. Ura. And Imamura. And again, just think about the players coming off the bench today for RYUKYU. Look at this. Alley-oop pass. And who have they called this on? That's the question. 2 free throws. It's on Ura. Yeah, that's a good call. And you have to have perspective. Let's don't forget, Sanin, not in the playoffs last season. Yes, they have been great this season, the best record in the B-League. But if you look at the two lineups, you probably have to say RYUKYU are stacked by comparison. Here's you from the left corner. It's the side of the backboard. Now that leads to Imamura getting a breakaway, and alarm bells ringing here for the NEOPHOENIX. Oh no, obviously can't keep calling timeouts. The players have to figure it out. Clark especially, I think, needs to be a go-to man. Here's Dudzinski for three. Durham. Kirk battling away. And Kirk just doesn't look 100% fit right now, because if he were at his best, this would be a real problem. So that's the only advantage. Here's Sanin, and the foul called on Imamura guarding or challenging Dudzinski as he attacked the basket. So this is a good development, getting to the free throw line. And that's another good development for Sanin, the fact that Imamura is going to go out of the game. Kishimoto returns. This is a bad development. Jack Cooley coming back in. Dudzinski makes the first. Yeah, the funny thing is, you know, we look at it from the outside, and we talk about who's missing Yante Mayton and how badly Sanin were beaten yesterday. But for the players themselves, they're probably just out there playing and trying to execute plays, not worrying about all of these things that you see in the headlines. There's a three-pointer. Well, Matsuwaki. That's a nail in the coffin right there. Ravena. Nice. Good decision. Don't settle for the three right now. Try to get those high percentage looks. Try to get to the free throw line. But somehow, some way, Coach Ono has to get Cody Clark and his offense going in this game. He's only got 4 points right now. The jump shot. Well, look out. Tashiro now on the board. And Ravena, terrific attempt, but then when he got the rebound, his putback attempt was, well, not even close. Here's Clark. There's Dudzinski, gets swatted out of bounds. Oh, look at that. What a play that was. Cooley rejects the shot, but it turns out to be a give and go. Look at this. Dudzinski shoots it, gets rejected, but then wisely cuts to the basket. And Yu finds him. So that's almost like a block give and go. That was a huge, I want to say it's a huge break. I mean, he still had to make the play, the give and go, but I think Cooley can't quite believe it. He gets a great block, and Dudzinski ends up getting a three-point play. Midway through the second quarter, and Sanin NEOPHOENIX just trying to stay in this. Kishimoto well short. Dudzinski alone. And those are shots that just simply must go in. Wide open threes. Great defense, Cody Clark. A little bit patchy offense now. Foul on the floor. A little bit shaky for RYUKYU Golden Kings. A couple of turnovers. And Ryukyu doesn't want, and look at that, Matsuwaki picks up his third foul. Ryukyu doesn't want these bad plays to start seeping into his team's game. They've got the lead. They want to keep the lead. So he calls timeout. This is you. Look at the side of the backboard. Look like Yamauchi got away with a foul there. Well, there's a distinct rebounding advantage right now, 17 to 11. 17 rebounds for RYUKYU Golden Kings. But just 2 of those on the offensive glass. They've led by as many as 15 points. Right now, it's a 12-point game. Big difference is RYUKYU Golden Kings, 22 points in the paint compared to just 12 for Sanin. So Sasaki checks back into the game. Also another one where this is just not good enough for Sanin. Their turnovers have led to 11 points. And Clark. So the whistle blows and a charge. Offensive foul. The double team comes. Well, the double team comes, and it threw his weight. Cody Clark not happy. Oh no, can hardly believe it. And drifting in, missing. Ellen Durham gets the rebound. 3-point shot. This is everything except the net. Sasaki. I like that though. Sasaki's been good. He's knocked down a couple of threes. In fact, that's his first miss from deep. 3.5 minutes to go in the first half. The pass to Durham. Cody Clark gets the D, gets the hand up, and a push. So that gives the ball back. Gives the ball back to Sanin. Cooley going out. Called for that foul, the push. And that's a big call, especially for Sanin, because they're struggling to score. So you foul, you get your man to the free throw line. Alex Kirk back in the game. And Dudzinski with 11 points. So back to 10 now. Some pressure in the backcourt. At least making them take time off the clock. Imamura, number 30 in the game. And Imamura missing. And another foul means more free throws. The foul on Kirk. That was a good box out underneath. So a little bit of hope here for Santa NEOPHOENIX. The foul's putting them on the free throw line with 3:03 remaining. I think for San N, Hosokawa has been a little bit of a disappointment, just 0 of 4 from the floor. So that's where Sasaki has been huge, coming in and scoring 9 points off the bench. The captain needs to deliver, and he has. The big mystery for me is why they can't get Clark going. And maybe with 30 Ravane to get him in the game and let him attack the basket a little bit more, because that's usually where he's most effective. And then as he drives, you crash the boards, or maybe he can pass as the defense collapses. But right now, he's not even on the court. It's Sasaki, it's Hosokawa, it's Cody Clark, and Dudzinski. So Dudzinski takes the first. The free throw opportunities are vital. Now the players come up to the line. There's Yanti Mayton, unavailable today. Some type of physical element. You don't want to risk him. Let him have a little bit, let him have the day off. Could be a back issue, the way he's sitting. You just never know. But he needs to rest it, that's for sure. You don't want to aggravate it and have him miss an extended period of time. And boy, and I would not be surprised if they challenged. Yeah, I mean, because this is, you're still in the game. And Ono says, why do I have to use my challenge on an obvious call that's going to go our way? But we'll see. Maybe he's not right. Does it go off Kirk? Well, it looked like you also got in there, and maybe that's what the referee saw. So far, we haven't seen Asano. Today is, in fact, the last day Asano is going to play. The club did announce his, because he's a specially designated player from December last year. That comes to an end on March 7th. So after today, that'll be it for him, which is unfortunate because he's been a lot of fun watching his development. He's young, 21. Okay, here's the decision. And indeed, they give the ball to Sanin, but I think Coach Ono, while he's glad he's won that one, if he looks at the replay, he can understand why they made the initial call the other way. Because it looked like, to me, Yu got his hand in there, and that made it a tougher call. Cody Clark thought about passing it up the floor, but that is a huge call, and that was the right time to use it because his players said it was their ball, and right now they're just trying to stay in the game. Here's a drive ball. Sasaki goes in once again, and he's fouled by Law. He's been the MVP in this first half, the captain. Goes. I think if he had kept it in the left hand, he may not have gotten the foul. He went to the right hand, made it a more difficult shot, but he was able to draw the foul. So Sasaki takes his time. He's got 10 points. They're making their free throws, which is good for their chances. Oh, I jinxed them. Commentator's curse. So it only makes one of two, and it's a 41-34 lead for the Golden Kings. And how about that? The high arcing three from Kishimoto. Boy, that really hurts Sanin. They had some momentum, and now the lead is once again 10 points. They get it deep. Intended for you. He doesn't hold on to it. Kirk turns, puts it up and in. And just like that, it's a 12-point lead. Over the shoulder pass. Yu this time rattles out. And RYUKYU Golden Kings just able to turn it on. And what was a 7-point deficit is now 14 points. Entry pass, that's much better. Yu scores. Kishimoto. And you can argue that's not a great shot for RYUKYU. Keep pounding it inside, putting the pressure on. Here's Yu from the right. And Yu just can't get it going with his jump shot. He's going to come out of the game. 0 for 3 from deep. So 49.7 seconds left. One more timeout here in the first half. I think more than anything, what hurts Sanin, NEOPHOENIX in this situation is that they have kind of helped RYUKYU, who has scored 13 points off their turnovers. When you're trailing by 12 and you've done that while scoring just 5 points off of the RYUKYU Golden Kings turnovers, That was a high arcing three from Kishimoto. They're just 4-15 though from 3-point range compared to 4-15. Both teams, in fact, 4-15. Oh, Kishimoto picked up his dribble. Now hands it off to Imamura. Durham. Long three attempts. Wow. Don't forget what I said about not being good shots. Kishimoto buries it, and RYUKYU have equaled their biggest lead of the game. Cody Clark, the man they can't get going offensively. They switch on to him. He puts it up from deep. And Kishimoto, that will not count. If it goes, it does not. No Yante Maton, no joy today for San and NEOPHOENIX as RYUKYU Golden Kings reasserting their status perhaps as the team to beat once again. They lead at 51-36 here at San and NEOPHOENIX at halftime. So highlights from the first half, in which RYUKYU Golden Kings have taken a 15-point lead. Well, they gave as good as they got it early on. San and NEOPHOENIX, who were playing without Yante Maton. But ultimately, with Sasaki coming out and making some big plays, the captain, but ultimately, RYUKYU came back and got on top. Here they were pushing it, Imamura to Kishimoto, back to Cooley. And the turnovers really killed them. That pass there is going to lead to 2 points every time. Can't telegraph those passes. And San have done a good job on, as well as possible, inside, I think, guarding that low post. But that was a great play by Cooley. Sasaki making that shot. The challenge, not only do they have to beat a great team in RYUKYU that is deep and talented, experienced, and has championship DNA, the challenge is to get Cody Clark going. And they just have not been able to get one of their best players this season going. So this is it's going to be a really interesting, if they don't come back and win, they will have lost 3 in a row in the league. You don't know how long they'll be without Maton, and we will see how they can respond. I don't think there's any doubt that they're going to make it to the playoffs. And again, you have to keep it in perspective. They're playing maybe the title favorites. But this certainly does kind of illustrate where we are in the B-League. When push comes to shove, RYUKYU Golden Kings are going to be one of the contenders. And here are the first half numbers. So just 14 points in the paint for San, 26 points in the paint for RYUKYU Golden Kings. 7 more rebounds for the visitors today. 11 fast break points for the Golden Kings. Just 3 for San, which maybe is a little bit of a surprise. Although RYUKYU just are good in so many different departments. And key players before the game, we highlighted Cody Clark and Alan Durham. Durham just came out early on and kind of set the tone for his team. And Cody Clark just hasn't been able to really impact the game. So as we look at Durham, there's Clark. Just 1 of 4. He's attempted 4 shots. And Dzinski has a team high 13 points for San. Sasaki has 10. Really has played well. And 30 Ravena has 5. And maybe 30 can get it going. Then you have rebounding leaders, assist leaders. Maybe Aura can, defensively is maybe where you try to change this game. Coach Ono, some full court pressure. See Vic Law, 6 rebounds and 4 assists to go with his 8 points. So, he could be ending up close to a double-double somewhere. But again, just the overall talent, experience, size really works to the advantage of RYUKYU Golden Kings in this game. And it's imperative it's imperative that this opening 5 minutes goes well for the home team. Dudzinski, that's a good start. Here's Durham. And for me, that's just RYUKYU Golden Kings inviting Santa and NEOPHOENIX back into the game with that shot. Settling for jumpers, no ball movement. Okay, so this is not going to count. There's a foul that's been called. Foul number 3 on Dudzinski. Here he is posting up. Well, I guess because he had his left arm raised and the man that he was competing with went down, so that made it a little bit easier of a call for the referee. Wow, 4 fouls on Cody Clark. That's just an awful call. I don't know. There's no other way to slice it. That is a bad call. Clark has to go out. He wasn't, he was trying to work his way through the screen, but it wasn't like he fouled. And how you make that call. So now, effectively, Santa and NEOPHOENIX are without their 2 best players, Maton and Clark. Good rebound, Dudzinski. 30 Ravena, that's what you like. Get to the, just drive. You know what, you got nothing to lose now if you're San-In. You're without your 2 big horses, so to speak. Just don't be afraid. Just attack the basket. Just play free. Don't let the pressure build up and get on top of you. Just go for it. Tashiro with the foul. The captain, and here's 30 Ravena. And 30 Ravena could have a huge impact in a game right now like this, doing exactly what he just did. Just take the shackles off. You go away from plan A, and you just start attacking the basket. Start driving. I don't like the idea of just settling for threes. And then because they're not gonna expect you to really try to pound it down low. They're gonna come out and guard you. So anyway, he only makes 1 of 2. It's back to a 12-point deficit. Here's Law. And the Golden Kings are not really doing well offensively right now. They're going down, just not passing it, just putting them up. Okay, well, the 3-pointer, that gets it back. Hosokawa, his first 3 of the game, and it's back to a 9-point game. I think if we see another missed opportunity at this end and a bucket for San-In, I think we might see a timeout by Okatani. Three-point shot. Oh, boy, that hurts. Tashiro, the captain. The second 3 of the game. From the right. Getting it right back. That's 2 in a row now for Hosokawa. Well, you've got to green light him. Let him put him up. Now that he's knocked down 2 in a row. But next time down the floor, I wouldn't mind seeing 30 drive to the basket. Here's Durham passing it outside. Law puts it up. Oh, boy. Well, you got to take something away. And if you take away the inside game, you're going to leave some open shots. Nice. Ota banks it in. Well, showed nice skill there, using the backboard. It's probably been the best little run, best little sequence offensively that we've seen from NEOPHOENIX in the game. No, they got away with some bad defense, and now they leak ahead. It's 30 Ravena. Well spotted by Jadzinski, and Okatani, I think, is doing the right thing here by calling a timeout. He needs to push the reset button. He might make a change in his lineup. You know, Clark is gone indefinitely, so you just got to play this way if you're staying in. Just got to trust your other players. So your point guard drives. Nobody then is back to stop the fast break. So Hosokawa's hit a couple of threes. This was the second couple of threes in succession. So right now you got to give him the green light. Do not worry about it. If you're open, shoot it. But I think with everybody else, I'd like to see them driving to the basket. Maybe Sasaki as well. If he comes into the game, let him shoot it from deep. So not surprisingly, Jack Cooley comes back into the game. Law is out. Here's Durham. Gets swatted. Great effort by Jadzinski. Almost coming up with a big play. Look at this. Great timing. Oh, boy. That is a bad turnover by Durham. Well, Jadzinski almost let that one fly, but he did the right thing. Now, let's see. 30. He needs to drive. He needs to get to the basket, and he does. That's exactly what they need. He just did not make the shot. I would trust 30. Get the ball back into his hands and let him go to the hoop. Oro, though, how about him? And it feels like some of the pressure is off because they now know that they've got nothing to lose. They are up against it without two big players. Mayton all game long, Cody Clark on the bench with 4 fouls. And you can feel that sense of we've got nothing to lose in this San NEOPHOENIX team right now. And RYUKYU Golden Kings feels like they've kind of lost their way a little bit offensively, especially. So Onodera comes back in. Three-point shot off the back of the iron from Imamura. They're settling for threes instead of attacking the basket, trying to get to the free throw line. And here's another chance. And a good-looking shot from Ora driving. This time he elected to stop and go off 1 foot. And this is a tremendous comeback from San N. Durham gets it deep. That's what they need. And they stay with it. And finally, RYUKYU Golden Kings decide they've had enough, and they go inside where they have the advantage. And the foul called on Kishimoto. Or maybe it's on Cooley. So it is indeed on Cooley. Well, if you're going to win titles, which is what San-In want, obviously, you have to face adversity and you have to figure things out in these difficult moments. So now you have to really test yourself against the best with what you've got. Here's Jasinski, the double. Now they swing it. Somebody's got to be open. It's 30 Ravena for three. Jasinski rebounds, puts it up and in. What a comeback. Imamura fumbles it, gets it back. Look at 30. Reaches in, takes it away. 30 Ravena. Goes in. He wants the foul. He doesn't get it. But he's cut the deficit to just 2 points. And really, this is his time to shine, folks. You can feel it. The Golden Kings simply must not settle for jumpers. Oh boy, Kishimoto though, wide open. At least they went in and out that time. And Kishimoto's feet were set. So much better. Here is a dump to Oda. He catches, he turns. Had the size advantage on both defenders in that low post. He caught it with his hands up high, and all they had to do was keep the ball up, turn, and score. Can they get a stop at this end? Kishimoto has been the biggest problem from three-point range. There is Durham traveling. It's incredible. You would think RYUKYU Golden Kings would be able to take advantage of what's in front of them, but it seems to have put more pressure on them because they are not functioning on offense. Ora for three. Boy, that would have brought the house down if he'd made that. That would have tied it. Now Law has it. 2:45 to go in the third quarter. From the left corner, Kishimoto taking it back to a 6-point lead. He has been, without a doubt, the three-point threat today. He's the one guy that you cannot leave open. He's not going to make them all, but he's made enough to where you have to know where he is. And he finds an open spot and knocks it down. That's what they say. Kish with the swish. He goes over to the bench. So those are the foul trouble, the foul issues. Matsuwaki and Cooley each with 3. So no real foul trouble to speak of. Whereas you have Cody Clark with 4 fouls, and is he coming back into the game? 3 for Dudzinski. I think it's going to be interesting to see how they play with Clark, because as strange as it sounds, they have been much better when he's not been in the game. And it's nothing against him. Okay, so he's not coming into the game. Yeah, for whatever reason, feels like the ball is moving faster. Here is a 3-point shot. Missing.
And good rebound, Onodera. That was Hosokawa going for another one. Onodera thought about it, drives in, hands it off to Kirk. So that was Kirk scoring, not Cooley. Cooley's on the bench. Hosokawa just missed a three. Ooh. And Sasaki, the captain, fouled by Kishimoto. Well, I think they'll be glad that he goes out of the game, standing in. But that means Matsuwaki comes into the game. And we know he can heat up from three-point range as well, so you got to be careful. Sasaki has it on the deck. Kaczynski, oh, those turnovers have just been brutal. Kaczynski says, I didn't go up and down. Here you go, look. Oh, yeah, he did. He did. Kaczynski says he didn't leave the floor with his left foot, but he did. That's why you never believe a player. Here's a drive in. Imamura stretches the lead back to 10. Three-point shot, Sasaki. He is fouled as well on the play by Law, taking away his landing space. Law has absolutely no room, no place to argue this. This is so obvious. You can't hit the player. You can't take away his landing space. Watch this. If he doesn't turn around and start boxing out, then maybe he has an argument, but it just looked like an easy call, and this is a huge opportunity, 4-point play, if he makes it, and Law has to go out of the game. I don't think there's a referee in this competition that would not have called that a foul. And indeed it is a 4-point play. Sasaki's been outstanding today. 14 points. Here's Durham. Onodera, Durham, Matsuwaki, open on the wing. They can't get him the ball. Imamura, he puts it up from deep. And now he's fouled by 30 Ravena. Well, what comes around goes around. They called the foul, the three-point shooter at the other end. And that one not as obvious to me. Imamura makes the first. Imamura had the big game yesterday. And he only makes 2 of 3. Here's the handoff and the block out of bounds by Imamura, who then looks down on Sasaki. A little bit of taunting. And they called the foul. Look, watch this. Great block, it looked like to me. Now does he kind of stand over him? So they have called a foul. I think they could have called it. I would have called it technical before I called. Yeah, so they have called a technical foul. Okay. Okay, so so it was a technical. Yeah, the referees. Okay, that's a marginal one. But the referees looked at that as taunting. Here's a drive. And this time he is blocked by the rim. And Imamura goes to the other end and scores. He's got 13. Sasaki pulls up on the break, misses, and Kirk rebounds. Alex Kirk bends the knees and gets it up there just enough to make the first. Now he's going to attempt the second, 14.9 seconds. He can take it back up to an 11-point lead. Only makes one of two. And incredibly, they're going to say San N were in the lane too soon, so another attempt coming for Kirk. You can see Oura saying, who was in the lane too early? I always find that call interesting because so many times players get in the lane too early and it's not called. Well, Kirk misses it again. Oh, Oura fumbles it away. Onodera has it. And that would have been a horrific finish for San N had that gone in. Well, San N were wobbling, there's no doubt about it, but they take the lead back up to 74-64 at the end of three. You feel like they've just got too much right now, Ryukyu, for what this San NEOPHOENIX team has at its disposal. But you really have to give credit to the NEOPHOENIX for coming back. Can they sustain it? Can they make another run? And perhaps get what would be a major comeback win? Well, fourth quarter is underway. Here's Kirk. Much better offense that time. Just missed the shot. Clark back in the game with the 4 fouls. Here's 30. This is what I like. Yes, I like it. He's got the strength. He's got the hops. And that's his game right there. He's got 12 points. Onodera, wide open from deep. So many weapons. First 3 of the game. First points of the game for Onodera. And they get it down low to Oda. He is blocked. Even more dishes to Matsuwaki in the corner. Now the ball. Boy, Durham, he's had a few turnovers today. And again, the drive and the layup from Aurora, getting it back to a 9-point deficit. And they feed Durham in the low post. If Ryukyu just made up their minds just to feed the ball down low and to attack in the low post, I don't think there's any chance for San In. So here's a foul. Kirk is going to go out. Cooley comes back in. Yu comes back in. The 22-year-old. And Dzinski also back into the game. Clark has 4 fouls. Dzinski has 3. Wow. I'm not sure if Yu's to blame there, because I think anytime you make that move to the basket like that, you gotta make, if he doesn't go and Ura makes the pass, well, so usually you're taught that once the player makes the cut to the basket, he keeps going. And sure enough, they get punished because Durham knocks down a 3-pointer. 7:45 remaining, back to a 14-point lead for Ryukyu. Nice assist for Jack Cooley on that one as well. (82-68). Ryukyu Golden Kings Just too big, too strong, too deep, too talented in this current matchup with Maton out. Here is Ura fouled shooting the three. He's got 3 free throws. Well, it's hard to defend that for Onodera. I mean, how in the world can you be leading by 14 and then foul the three-point shooter? That is just stupid. The only way Santa and NEOPHOENIX come back is if you help them. By turning it over, by committing fouls like that. Get the hand up. But don't foul him. Don't give the referee an excuse to make that call, which he did. And Ura makes all 3 to breathe some life back into the challenge for Sanin. Let's see how they respond this time, the Golden Kings. Oh, Onodera drives in. Oh, had the layup. They pass it around. They get a wide open look for Durham, and they answer with a 3. Well, you could argue that Onodera could have taken the layup, maybe should have taken the layup, but they ended up getting a wide open 3. Now Durham has hit 2 threes in a row. Here's a wide open 3. And the miss. So the shot clock does not reset. Dzinski gets it up. So Dzinski takes the punishment, goes down with an ankle. Oh, and he just, this happens sometimes in sports and life. You could be walking down the street and all of a sudden you roll your ankle. Now the other player we haven't seen today is Kosuke Kanemaru. That would have been a huge, a much needed player in this lineup. But he didn't play yesterday either. So Dzinski is going to be upset with himself. Hard to know what injury that is. Is that an ankle or is it a calf? Is it a cramp? Maybe? So no Kanemaru, no Maton. Clark has not been at his best. They force a turnover. I mean, this guy could not have played any better today. Sasaki. Clark for 3. Kind of forced that one up. Oda comes in for Clark. Now he's going to go in again. He's going to pass it out. Ura for 3. Well, that makes it an 11-point game. And with 6 minutes remaining, there's still a chance. I would like to see more pressure from Sanin. At 30, Ravana called for the foul. Durham set a pick, and then they kind of got... I mean, at the end of the day, Durham, for a very big man, went down pretty easily there. I mean, 30 is big. You know, he's built strong, so he could take the punishment from Durham, but to me it looked like Durham went down a little bit too easily. Here's Imamura, passes it up, hands it off to Durham, and Cooley fouled as he goes up with it. Good catch. Kishimoto back in the game. Jack Cooley sinks the first free throw. And this time he does not. And it leads to an open break. Well played. Alert. Good pass up the floor, and they cut it back to a 10-point deficit. Matsuwaki to Durham. Uh-oh, wide open. Nope, not this time. Oro with the rebound. Clark. He's got the advantage. Goes off 1 foot. Double team comes and they turn it over again. Saki in the open floor decides to hold it up. Nope, now he's going to turn. And he puts it up from the baseline. My goodness, this guy has been utterly sensational today. 19 points. The captain, in the most difficult moment of the season for Santa NEOPHOENIX, is playing like a captain. He's like, don't worry, guys, we got this. And he cuts it back to an 8-point deficit. Even if they don't win today, what a performance from number 24. Almost turned it over there, in fact. You gonna leave me open? I'm gonna knock it down. Well, I'm really surprised Sasaki comes out, but I guess he needs to catch his breath. But I would get him right back in as soon as possible. Hosokawa comes back. Eight points, the difference. Imamura turns, bounce pass, Cooley. When they really focus and put their mind to it and feed it into the low post or even take it in and then pass it back out, the execution is there. It's all about concentration, you feel like, for Ryukyu Golden Kings. 30, Ravenna. Clark can't get it going today. 30. And that was just too tempting for 30. but his game is driving. And, almost a turnover. 3:45 remaining. The clock becoming the enemy now for the home team. Six seconds on the shot clock. Law back in the game and misses. It gives them a chance to run, but they hold it up. Hosokawa to Clark. Hosokawa. In fact, Sasaki back in the game. Sasaki for three. Good! 22 points for the 27-year-old Captain Sasaki. Okay, Cooley's out there. Sag. He's not going to hurt you. They switch. Imamura for three. What a weekend for Keita Imamura. Sasaki again for three. Great rebound, 30 Ravena. And the three-point shot is good from Hosokawa. Now a 7-point game. 2:22 remaining. Can Ryukyu Golden Kings close this out? Starting to wonder. Matsuwaki. And yes, it looks like they will. He scores with the left hand. Back to a 9-point lead. The one player that hasn't played a big part today for Sanin is Yamauchi, which surprises me a little bit. Well, it's usually his three-point shot that really wreaks havoc, but today they haven't really needed it. Well, here we go again. Sasaki back outside to Clark. Clark drives in and finally gets something to go. And again, back to a 7-point game. He's only got 6 points. They would love to get a turnover. Ryukyu in no rush. Durham. The D comes and makes the pass to Law, who misses. Oh boy, the ball was there to be had, and the rebound was not taken by Sanin. Imamura, another three, and this time he's fouled by Clark, and that caps quite possibly the most frustrating afternoon of basketball for Cody Clark this season. He just has to take the medicine, go to the bench. So Imamura makes the free throw, and in the grand scheme of things, in the Central District, San have an 8-game lead over Mikawa. So they can have some difficult times, maybe with some injuries, but they've got a cushion. And in the meantime, this gives the other guys opportunities to play, and that should make them stronger, make them more valuable to the team. So 19, well, I think a quiet 19 points for Imamura. Ora for 3. Well, give them credit. They simply do not want to die. They are continuing to fight. Here's Durham. Shot clock winding down, and they get it to Kirk for the easy one. It feels like the more patient they are, the better they are. And that 3 is too long, and that's probably just about done it with 40 seconds left. So RYUKYU Golden Kings, the defending champs, going to get out of here with a 2-game sweep. And San they need to get Kanemaru back. They need to get Yante Mayton back. And maybe they'll get back on track. But RYUKYU Golden Kings have definitely sent out a statement. I still think there are a lot of positives, actually, that San can take from this performance, and I'm sure they will. I'm sure Coach Ono, he will know that his team, they gave it all today under difficult circumstances, but Daio Katane's RYUKYU Golden Kings prevail 98-89. They win both games here at San NEOPHOENIX. Well, those two guys know each other well. And the better team won today and yesterday. But I think, again, I think there are positives to be drawn from San today. They could have just said, well, we don't have Mayton, we don't have Kanemaru. It's okay if we lose. But they didn't. They battled. They battled until the very end. You know, to lose by single digits today without them against this team, that was impressive. And also to do that with Cody Clark not really being anywhere close to his best. So Sasaki, Aura, all of those guys did exceptionally well. San next plays Yokohama B Corsairs. That'll be March 6th, and also on March 6th, Kyoto Hanorus will be the visitors to RYUKYU Golden Kings. So now the post-game ceremonies, that's it for Asano. Again, unfortunately for him, he didn't get in the game today.
そうですね、練習はしたんですけど、素直に喜べる内容でもなかったと思いますし、サインさんとメイテン選手いない中で、本当に素晴らしい戦いをしてきたなというふうに思います。ただそれに対して自分たちがやっぱり受け身になる部分があったり、オフェンス性悪くなった時にやっぱりトランジション簡単にやられてしまっているところがあったんで、しっかりそういうところ課題が出た試合だと思うので、その課題をしっかり克服して次のゲームにつなげていきたいなというふうに思います。
これからもタフなスケジュールの中ですが、コンディション等も大変だと思いますが、そのあたりどのようにお考えでしょうか。
そうですね、どこのチームにも言えることなんですけど、やっぱりここから怪我人が出るとね、そのチーム状況で変わってしまうと思うんで、やっぱりそこの怪我人のコントロールをしっかりしながらね、自分たちもやっぱり万全の状態で終盤戦に臨んでいけるようにしていきたいなというふうに思っています。
次はホームでの試合となります。
はい、
次に向けてまた一言お願いします。
はい、ホームで、京都戦あるんで、そこの水曜ゲームしっかり勝って、また休みすぐあるんですけど、その後に、僕たち天皇杯決勝あるんで、やっぱりそこのゲームしっかり勝って練習した中で勢いつけて天皇杯に臨みたいなというふうに思ってます。
ありがとうございました。
ありがとうございます。
Well, some Ryukyu Golden fans here today leave happy, especially those rooting for Keita Imamura. Look at those guys. That's quite a get-up, isn't it? You got the clown hair, you got the Jack Nicholson beach hat, got the New York Yankees hat. And Coach Okatani walks off the court having made his post-game remarks. And Okatani said, we suffered today's game. Offense was not good, was bad. So we need to practice our offense. We've had a hard schedule, but we keep focusing on the league championship. And thanks for supporting us today. Here's Alan Durham.
Congratulations for today's win.
試合を振り返って一言お願いします。
So how are you feeling now?
I feel really good. New signing was the top team in the league, so it was going to be a good challenge for us and a good test to see where we were as a team.
そうですね、首位の3位相手にこういった形で2勝できたことを非常に嬉しく思ってます。
ディフェンスではクラーク選手をシャットアウトし、オフェンスでも周りのプレイヤーを生かすようなプレーがあったと思います。ご自身のプレーについて一言お願いします。
So defensively, you defended that clock perfectly. So how are you defend today?
We know he's a big part of their offense, and he usually starts the offense. So it was my plan this weekend to kind of just disrupt him and make it difficult for him to get into the offense.
そうですね、やっぱり首位を率いているチームなので簡単なディフェンスにはならないと思っていたので、そこは今日ちゃんと守ることができてよかったと思ってます。
次はホームでの試合となります。ホームの皆さんに向けて一言お願いします。
Yeah, in this game it's going to be a home game, so show your message to Kings fans.
Yeah, just want to thank all the Kings fans for supporting us this season, and we're going to continue to fight for you guys.
はい、次の試合ホームになりますけど、またファンの皆さんの前にファンの皆さんのためにも全力で戦いたいと思ってます。
ありがとうございます。
Yeah, that's all for today.
Arigato, thank you.
We also had some Alan Durham fans in the house today. He waves to the crowd. Well, those guys, they should be signing autographs. I mean, those are like great fans to put in that effort. if their aim was to get on TV today wearing what they wore, I think the words mission accomplished come to mind. So here's a look back at the action today, and good block there early on from Kirk swatting Hosokawa. Third Ravena knocking down that jumper. Jasinski. He had 17 points, 8 rebounds. There's your real hero right there today for Sanin. Sasaki was terrific. Then Imamura on the break. And one of the many weapons in that low post, Jack Cooley. And then Law, who wasn't really at his best today, but he still had 11 points, 8 rebounds, and 7 assists. That just goes to show you how good he is. Sasaki got it. Sasaki had 22 points, 4 of 9 from three-point range. Imamura, terrific this weekend. Matsuwaki finished. That was his only make from deep today. He took 2 shots. Kishimoto was the real weapon from deep. He had 4 of 8 from three-point range. 43% shooting from deep today for Ryukyu Golden Kings, which is going to be hard to beat when they've also got that great size. Hosokawa came out, hit a couple of threes. Then he hit that one. So he hit one from close to the top of the key and then one from in between the wing and the corner. And Law drilling it. This is where you're like, well, maybe Sanin can pull off a big surprise here. That cut it back to an 8-point deficit. Aura got it going, hit a 3, then he scored with that little runner. And then 30 Ravena doing 30 Ravena things. And that was a great play for Ota as well, showing he knows what to do if he catches it just to keep the ball up. Don't bring it down. But Kishimoto it just felt like every single one of his three-pointers kind of stopped a run. Sasaki hit that 3. Now Durham again. Durham hit a couple of 3s in a row. This was the second. Aura stepped into a 3 as well as Sanin tried to stay in the hunt. And again, midway through the fourth quarter, there was still hope. Still hope getting this steal He's going to hit this on the baseline, just turn around. Nobody gets there in time. But Imamura, as Imamura so often does, just knocks down a big three. He finished 2 of 7 from deep, and then Kirk kind of putting on the finishing touches with the dunk. And once he gets back to good health, look out. I can't see anybody stopping this Ryukyu Golden Kings team once they're fully fit. So, rebounding, and I think that shows you just how hard they were playing. They had 11 offensive rebounds, Santa and NEOPHOENIX. They had 19 second chance points to 7 for Ryukyu Golden Kings. And the bench for Ryukyu was a little bit deeper, but still 34 points off the bench for Sanin was not bad. And in the end, you know, they had more fast break points. Sanin, that was an area where they were trailing at halftime. So 4,568 turned out today to watch this game at Sanin. Our key players, well, that was a bit one-sided. For whatever reason, just Cody Clark couldn't, they weren't allowing him to get it going at all. Alan Durham, meanwhile, pretty consistently excellent throughout his career. That young man running the stairs. He needs to do it the other way, though, if he's going to be a great player. So Sasaki led all scorers, 22 points. So you got to hail him for his effort today. Kaczynski and Oura had 17 apiece, 19 for Durham, and Imamura 14 for Kishimoto. And again, the other stats, leaders, rebounds, assists. So just overall, not surprising the result, especially after yesterday. Sanin made it a little bit more competitive. They figured out a way to keep it competitive, but just still wasn't enough. So again, the next action, as we said, Ryukyu will be at home to Kyoto Hanorus, and Santa and NEOPHOENIX will be at Yokohama B Corsairs. Those games on March the 6th. Santa and play at 19:05 local time. Ryukyu Golden Kings play at 7:35 p.m. local time. So wherever you are, if you have a chance, get to a game. Action is always exciting in the B.LEAGUE. So one final time, Ryukyu Golden Kings winning it 98-89 over Santa and NEOPHOENIX. Thanks for watching, everybody.